Are you looking for the best 27-inch monitors? In this video, we will look at some of the 4 best monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Gigabyte G27Q. While you can get cheap 27-inch monitors at many different retailers, many are basic with lower 1080p resolutions and don't offer anything special. If you still want something cheap with good enough performance, consider the Gigabyte G27Q. It's very similar to the Gigabyte M27Q as it's pretty much a step-down model of it, but the main difference is that it doesn't have a USB-C port or a KVM switch, which is the trade-off you need to make for getting something cheaper. However, it has many similarities otherwise, and it uses a different panel type with an RGB sub-pixel layout, so it has better text clarity. It has the same high peak brightness as the M27Q and good reflection handling, so you won't have many issues using it in a room with a few lights around. Unlike many cheap monitors, it also has a dedicated sRGB mode with good color accuracy, which is important if you care about accurate images. However, you must still calibrate it if your work requires perfectly accurate colors. At number 2. Gigabyte M27Q. If you want the best 27-inch monitor on a budget, check out the Gigabyte M27Q. It's different from the Dell S2722QC because it has a lower 1440p resolution, meaning images aren't as detailed. Also, because it uses a BGR sub-pixel layout instead of the standard RGB sub-pixel layout like on the Dell, there are some text clarity issues in certain programs that don't render text well with BGR. However, the text clarity is still decent enough for everyday use. The main advantage the Gigabyte has over the Dell is that it has a higher 170Hz refresh rate and better gaming performance, meaning it's a more versatile monitor if you need something for work and play. It also has a few productivity features, like a KVM switch in picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture modes. It has great peak brightness and decent reflection handling, which are useful if you want to use it in a well-lit room, and its wide viewing angles mean the image looks consistent from the sides. However, if you don't need any gaming features, the Dell S2722QC is also a great option with a 4K resolution, but it's very basic and has no extra perks like a USB hub. At number 3. Dell S2722QC. If you don't need the Asus ROG Swift OLED G27Q gaming features and are satisfied with a simpler 4K monitor, consider the Dell S2722QC, a lower mid-range option that often goes on sale. It doesn't have the same gaming perks as the Gigabyte M27U either, as it's more focused on productivity with a handful of helpful features. It has one USB-C port that supports DisplayPort Alt mode with 65W of power delivery, which is enough to charge smaller laptops while you're using them, but not enough for power-hungry laptops. It also features a more ergonomic stand than the Gigabyte, making it easy to adjust to an ideal viewing position. It performs well in bright rooms because it easily gets bright enough to fight glare, and its reflection handling is very good, even better than the Gigabyte. It also has wide viewing angles that keep the image consistent from the sides, which is great for sharing your screen with others, like if you need to show something to a coworker or friend next to you. At number 4. Asus ROG Swift OLED G27Q. If you want a 27-inch monitor with the best gaming performance, consider the Asus ROG Swift OLED G27Q. It's different from the Gigabyte M27U because it has a lower 1440p resolution and a higher 240Hz refresh rate, making it better for competitive gaming. It also delivers better picture quality thanks to its OLED panel, meaning it displays deep and inky blacks next to bright highlights, so it's a fantastic choice for darkroom gaming. However, while it's fantastic for most uses, it's not something to consider if you want a 27-inch monitor for work, as OLEDs are prone to burn-in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time, so that's why the Gigabyte is more versatile. The Asus is a fantastic gaming monitor as it has incredible motion handling with a near-instantaneous response time at any refresh rate, and it also has FreeSync variable refresh rate (VRR) support and GSANC compatibility to reduce screen tearing. It has low input lag for a responsive feel, but you need to update it to the latest firmware for the best performance, as there are issues with its original firmware. If that's a concern for you, the LG 27GR95Q EB is a similar option with the same panel, but it doesn't get as bright.